Jan. But I also, talking about relationships, you also do speak about you do speak about your relationship with your captor Muhammad Ali. There's this anecdote about discussing the origins of the world's most
Yeah.
beautiful, and it suggests this very odd. I mean, I wouldn't call it friendship, of course, but what was that? Was it just a survival tactic for you?
You know, I'm a big comic book fan, and
Yeah.
I've grown up on Batman. I was very young in 89, 88. I can't remember. My father, we were in London, and my father snuck me into the first Michael Keaton movie, and I saw Jack Nicholson's Joker and Michael Keaton. And, I've been obsessed with comic books. And there's something very interesting that the Joker says to Batman once. And he said, ours is a friendship till, the end of times, just before he blows, half of Gotham up or something.
Yeah.
And that's literally what mine and Muhammad Ali's friendship was. He was my tormentor and my torturer. But there are instances in my book which I've spoken about where he would literally come to have conversations with me. Work is done, the 9 to 5 is over. We've made videos, we've been cruel, we've done everything, and I've got 45 minutes before I've got to go. So just a regular chat. Um, and it used to come from a place of power, but as if you read my story, in those 4.5 years, also that role reversed a little bit. That role of power, that hold that he had over me, he lost that hold over me through these 4.5 years. And then in the beginning, it was a role of belittling me and showing me as an ignorant human being who had no knowledge of my religion, and whose father was an infidel, who was an infidel himself, who deserved to die for all of this to happen to him, to in the end, having arguments with someone who was well versed in that religion, now arguing each and every point, each and every ayat, each and every contradiction, whatever he would say, and who had self-respect for himself, who had found his own self-respect, rather, despite the belittling and whatever he was trying to do to me. The torture is dehumanizing. It's not even belittling, but let's just say in the conversations, and they were all they would be they would the conversations would be about everything. But like the funniest one that I always narrate is the story about Rome. Um, when he asked me where the most beautiful women in the world were. And it was very random because he came in at night and he was a very overbearing figure. He had a torch in his